Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As many of you requested for Module 5 questions from model question paper for the subject name called Electric Circuit Analysis ECA. So without wasting time, let's see question number 9A. What they asked, find the line currents, phase currents of the delta connected circuit connected to a balanced three-phase. Balanced means all the voltages are same, but it is having phase difference of 120 degree. And they are given line voltage. Okay, 50 hertz supply. Also find real and reactive power consumed in ZAB. Okay, so this is the question. And they are only given the diagram, so that just see the diagram. They are given ZAB, ZBC, ZCA, and this is ABC sequence. ABC sequence, as they are given the sequence of ABC. If it is a ACA means ACA sequence. Okay, ZAB they are given, ZBC they are given, ZCA they are given. Current flows through the A phase is IA. Similarly, through B it is IB, and through C it is IC, and it is flowing from A to B, that is IAB phase current, IBC phase current, ICA phase current clockwise. A to B, B to C, C to A. So reference you have to take, they are not mentioned any of the reference here. So you only take any of the reference. Anyhow, the sequence is A, B, C, you can observe here. VAB I am taking as a reference. Sequence is ABC means clockwise direction. You have to write a clockwise direction with a phase difference of 120 degree. VAB, VBC, VCA like this. And you need to write the value of VAB voltage. It is a reference so that VAB at an angle of 0 degree. Since the rotation of phasor is anti-clockwise, so that VBC lag VAB at an angle of 120, so that VBC at an angle of minus 120 degree. This is VBC and this is VAB. Similarly, VCA, which lags VAB at an angle of 240, or else which leads VAB at an angle of 120, so that you can also write VCA at an angle of plus 120. That is nothing but leading angle, that is VCA. That is what I defined here. Okay, so now we can observe phase sequence is ABC. You need to write phase current. You observe the diagram here. Phase current flows to the phase current is nothing but IAB. So this is given by IAB is given by, we know that I equals to V by Z. Therefore, voltage across this phase, that is VAB divided by ZAB is IAB. So VAB you know. So the value of voltage are given, that is 240 volts. Therefore, VAB is nothing but 240 at an angle of 0 degree. And here VBC is nothing but 240 at an angle of minus 120 degree. And VCA is nothing but 240 at an angle of plus 120 degree, as it is a leading angle, so that plus 120. Okay, so now we can easily calculate IAB is given by VAB divided by ZAB. VAB you know now, that is 240 at an angle of 0 degree divided by ZAB you know, 3 plus J4 they are only given. Calculate and keep your calculator in polar form. We can get IAB equals to 48 at an angle of 53.13 degree amperes minus 53. Similarly, IBC is given by VBC by ZBC. VBC you know, that is 240 at an angle of minus 120. ZBC you know, 3 plus J2. Substitute the values in calculator, convert that into polar form. Then you'll get IBC equals 66.66 at an angle of minus 153.69 degree amperes. Similarly, you can find ICA. These are all phase currents. ICA, VCA divided by ZCA. VCA is nothing but plus 120 degree phase difference, because VCA leads VAB at an angle of 120 divided by ZCA is 2 minus J5. You can get 44.60 at an angle of minus 171.81 ampere. If you want, you can take screenshot of these answers. IAB, IBC, ICA. Then you need to find line currents. To find the line currents, you know, this is the line. A to capital A is the line. And here you are just applying KCL. You apply KCL, incoming current is same as outgoing current. So at A, Suppose if you consider this as a incoming currents are IA and ICA. This is equals to IAB. So that I can write IA plus ICA equals the sum of incoming current equals to sum of outgoing. Outgoing current is IAB. So you want line current IA, so that IAB minus ICA. So you apply same rule for all the three lines. So IAB minus ICA, you know the value of IAB and ICA just now calculated. Substitute that, you can get this answer. You can take screenshot. Similarly, IB at B you need to apply KCL. Incoming current equals to outgoing current. Therefore, IB equals to IBC minus IAB. Substitute the values, you can get the value of IB. Similarly, ICA minus IBC, you just apply KCL at here. Incoming current equals to outgoing current. IC plus IBC equals ICA. So therefore, IC equals ICA minus IBC. Substitute this. They only asked you to find a real power consumed in ZAB, so that ZAB is nothing but 3 plus J4, whereas 3 is resistor, 4 is reactance. So to find real power, you need to consider resistor. To find reactive power, you need to consider reactance. Therefore, PAB is nothing but magnitude of IAB square into RAB. RAB is nothing but 3 ohm magnitude of IAB. So magnitude of IAB, power is a scalar, so that you need to consider only magnitude. So IAB is having a magnitude of 48. Therefore, 48 square into 3, you can get 6912 watts. Similarly, reactive power, IAB square into XAB magnitude into 4, you can get 9216 VAR is a unit. So this is about question number 9A. Just take a screenshot and practice. It is very easy. Similarly, now they asked question number 9C. They asked you to find Z parameters. This is a circuit. Z parameter you need to find. Before that, you define Z parameters. Z parameters are nothing but this will be having a function of V1 is depending on functions of I1 and I2, and these voltages are depending on current, so that V1 equals Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Similarly, V2 you can rewrite it as Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So here you need to find the value of Z11, means Z parameters. Z parameters are nothing but Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. So if you want to find Z11 and Z21, you have to make current I2 as 0. So therefore, when I2 equals to 0, you can get the value of Z11 and Z21. This means you need to substitute the value of I2 as 0. This term becomes 0. Therefore, you can get Z11 is nothing but V1 by I1 by making I2 as 0. Z21 is nothing but V2 divided by I1 by making I2 as 0. These two are 0 when I2 equals to 0. So now when I2 equals to 0, you need to draw the circuit. See here, the value of current I2 is 0. Means there is no current flowing, but there is a voltage of V2. Therefore, the circuit which looks like this, there is no current. I2 is 0 here. The I2 value is 0. Current flows to this is 0. I2 equals to 0. Then you need to write the equations of V1 or Z11 and Z21. If I2 is 0, we know that V1 equals Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. I2 is 0, so that Z11 equals V1 divided by I1. Similarly, V2 is nothing but Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2, whereas I2 equals to 0. Therefore, Z21 equals V2 divided by I1. Means if current I2 is 0, means you can get the values of Z11 and Z22. So now to find this, you need to simplify the circuit diagram. You can observe here 2, 2, 2 are in delta. So to reduce this circuit, so you are converting this delta into star. Means this is given by 2 into 2 divided by 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or else if same resistors which are connected in delta, to converting the same value of resistors from delta to star means you have to divide by 3. 2 by 3 you have to do. Therefore, you can get 2 by 3 is nothing but 0.66. The circuit which looks like this, I1 which is connected to Z11, that is 0.66. Similarly here you can see I'm just connecting This 2 and 2 ohms will go. This will go. This will go. This will go. So that the circuit which looks like this 0.666. Similarly here one 0.666. And here there is one current source, means that you know the current flowing through this loop, that is 3i1 is flowing. Okay, so that a circuit which looks like this 0.66, 0.66, 0.66, and here current flows, this is 0, but v2 is nothing but you need to apply KVL here. Okay, so there are two loops, i1 and i2. So just apply KVL, I1 and 3I1 it is, not I2, because I2 is 0. 3I1 is flowing here. They are only given the direction of current. Apply KVL to loop 1. See here, plus P1 minus 0.66 into I1 is flowing. Similarly, minus 0.66 into I1 minus 3I1. 3I1 is flowing here. Therefore, V1 minus 0.666 I1. So minus 0 points here, minus 0.666 I1 plus 0.66 into current flow. So this is 3I1. That is nothing but, if you wanted to know, V1 minus 0.666 I1 minus 0.666 into I1 minus 3I1. That is nothing but minus 0.666 into minus 2i1, that is nothing but plus 2i1. So if you simplify this, you can get v1 plus 0.666 i1 equals to 0. So now you send that i1 part to right side, plus becomes minus. Therefore, you can write the ratio z11 is nothing but v1 divided by i1 by making current i2 as 0. Here i2 is not there, that is 0. Therefore, z11 is nothing but v1 by i1. v1 by i1 is nothing but minus 0.666 ohm. This is z11. Similarly, to find another ratio, that is nothing but v2 by i1 ratio. To find that, you are applying KVL to this loop here. So you just apply. This is what you can say it as super loop current, but current flows to this is 0. Therefore, you can write here simply you apply KVL like this by neglecting that. But current flows to this is 3i1. So if you are getting confusions, I will write once again. So here current flows to this is 3i1, but i2 is 0. Therefore, you need to consider like this. Current flows, this is I3, I1, I2 is 0. So now apply KVL to this, you can get this is plus and minus. Okay, plus and minus, here also plus and minus, voltage you already have. So therefore, I'll rewrite here minus 0.666 into 3i1 minus i1. I1 is flowing here, opposite direction, so that 3i1 minus i1 minus 0.666 into current flow. So this is 3i1 into 3i1, then minus v2. Minus v2 equals to 0. Therefore, you can get rewrite here minus 0.666 into 2i1 minus 0.666 into 3i1 minus v2 equals to 0. So once after simplifying this, you can see you can get minus v2 minus 3.33 i1 equals to 0. Therefore, you can get z21 ratio, that is nothing but v2 by i1. So v2 sending i1 to the right side, it becomes plus, or else minus v2 or sending right side, that becomes plus v2 equals to minus 3.33 i1. Therefore, you send i1 here, you can get v2 by i1 ratio, that is minus 3.33 ohm when i2 is 0. You can take screenshot if you want. Means okay, very simple to understand. Similarly, next, first case you are considering I2 as a 0. Second case you need to consider I1 as 0. So now I1 is 0. If I1 is 0 means what is the V1? Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. If I1 is 0 means this term will go. Therefore, you can get Z12 equals V1 divided by I2 by considering I1 as a 0. Okay. Similarly, we know that V2 equals Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. But I1 is 0 now in this case. Therefore, Z22 equals V2 divided by I2 by considering I1 as 0. Therefore, if current I1 is 0 means the circuit which looks like this. Here 3 into I1 is flowing, 3 into I1, where I1 is 0 means that will be open circuit. So I1 is 0 here, means there is no current here. The same current is flowing. I am considering I3 is flowing here through the 2 and 2 ohms. So now how will write V1? So this V1 you can rewrite here as, that is nothing but voltage across 2 ohm. This is nothing but 2 into I3. So we need to find the value of I3. So the circuit which looks like this now. So you can see the circuit. Here I1 is 0 and I2 is flowing. The same I2 is flowing here. Okay. And here I3 is flowing. Then you need to apply current divider rule. So you apply current divider rule to find the value of I3. If you want to find this I3, now the total current is I2. Therefore, I3 is given by total current is I2. I3 is flowing through the 4 ohm resistor. Therefore, opposite resistor is 2 ohm. I2 into 2 divided by sum of resistor, that is nothing but 2 plus 4 is nothing but 6. Therefore you can get I2 into 2 by 6, that is nothing but, you can see here I3 is nothing but 0.333 into I2. So now you know that V1 is nothing but 2 into I3. This is V1. Now you substitute the value of I3. V1 equals 2 into 0.333 I2. So now we send this I2 to right left side. It becomes divided by, therefore V1 by I2 is 0.666 ohm. This is Z12 when I1 is 0. So now to find the value of V2, directly you can write V2 is nothing but here. To find V2, so now it acts as a series circuit because I1 is 0. So that V2 is nothing but just apply voltage divide rule. So this V2 is given by 2 into V2. You are just applying what V2. 2 into I4, so 2 into 4 divided by 2 plus 4, V2. V2 by I2 ratio. So V2 by I2 ratio is nothing but, just write the voltage divider rule, that is voltage across 2 ohm, 2 into, sorry, 2 divided by 2 into 4. These two are parallel. V2 is nothing but the resistor. You can say it as, it is nothing but equivalent value of resistor you are writing. Okay. So now V2 by I2 ratio is nothing but R equivalent. You can say it as R equivalent. How will write R equivalent? 2 into 4 divided by 2 plus 4. That is nothing but 8 divided by 6. R equivalent is nothing but V2 divided by I2. You can see here, this is R equivalent. V2 by I2 ratio. Therefore, V2 by I2 ratio can directly write it as, here 4 ohm, here 2 ohm, I1 is 0, V1 you have, here I2 is flowing, and here V2, and it is 2 ohm. So voltage across this V2 by I2 ratio is nothing but R equivalent value. Therefore, 2 into 4 divided by 2 plus 4, you can get 1.33 ohm. So now we can get Z equivalent, that is nothing but Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. In a matrix you have to write. So Z12 is nothing but 0.666 ohm. Z22 is nothing but 1.333 ohm. Similarly, Z11 and Z21. Z11 is nothing but minus 0.66 minus 0.666 ohm. Similarly, one more is Z21. Z21 is minus 1.3, sorry, minus 3.33. Minus 3.33. This is Z parameters. So if you want, you can take screenshots for the solution. If there is any mistake while solving the problem, you can write in a comment box. So you also try once again. So you may get the same solution. If you're having any doubts regarding these problems, feel free to write in a comment box. And one more question they asked, to define Z parameters. So you need to define Z parameters. So you just have to write these points if they asked it for 6 marks. Here they asked it for 6 marks. Therefore, you need to write the definition, that is nothing but the impedances which are expressing the voltages at 2 points in terms of current at 2 ports. That is nothing but the function of I1 and I2 is nothing but V1 and V2. Then you have to write the equations of Z parameter, that is nothing but V11 Z1 equals to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. Similarly, you need to write it for V2. Then you have to write in a matrix form. Then once you consider I2 as a 0, then you write the equations of Z11 and Z21. Later you can consider I1 as a 0. Then you can write Z12 and Z22. You just take screenshot. I'll just give you a few minutes. Just take a screenshot of this. You need to write these. Similarly, these all you have to write in the examination. Then you need to write I2 equals to 0 condition. What is Z11? What is Z21? That you have to define. Z11 is nothing but open circuit driving point input impedance. Z21 is open circuit forward transfer impedance. Similarly, when I1 equals to 0, take a screenshot. You need to write Z12 and Z22 and define what is this. After that, you have to draw the equivalent circuit. I hope you are taking the screenshot. So if you're having any doubts regarding this, feel free to write in a comment box. And also prepare well for the examination. So if you really like this video, kindly do subscribe and share maximum. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Take a screenshot, and if there is any mistake, write in a comment box. Have a nice day. Thank you.